All right, what's up guys? Andres here from Linx Digital. In today's video, we're gonna answer some of your most common YouTube ad questions. Remember, we have a YouTube ad buyers group that you can sign up, you can join. Right below here in the description is the link. That's on Facebook. And this is where we're gonna get our questions from. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with, so number one, Emil Nilsson asks, what niches besides high-ticket e-commerce and info products do well on YouTube? I feel that I've answered this question before, but I'm just gonna go ahead and answer it. Besides high-ticket e-commerce and info products, so these software companies like ClickUp, Monday.com, right? All these tools that are out there, Doodly, there's a lot of softwares and tools that advertise on YouTube, and they do pretty well just by looking at the number of views that they get on their YouTube ad videos. So software is going to be my go-to. Obviously high ticket, that's something that we've known for, scaling the high ticket offers, e-commerce as well, the info products like courses, right? But software I think is this is the niche that does well on YouTube. All right, so next question we have Dave Lopez. He asked, hi guys, I'm currently running YouTube ads. We're getting good numbers. We're getting like 5x ROAS, but on a low budget. Every time we scale or increase the budget, we stop getting sales. Like down to 0 sales from 5x ROAS, and our CPC and CPM increase too. We have campaigns using max conversions, target CPA, and CPV. All those campaigns tanked when we increased the budget of the campaign, even though other campaigns were not touched. Their performance are also affected. Prez, this is a valid question, and that does happen a lot, okay? So you need to expect that in media buying, specifically with YouTube ads, performance can falter, okay? There's gonna be campaigns that will do well at a certain budget threshold, and if you try to increase it, it can go both ways, right? So it's a necessary evil to, for you to try to increase the budget and see the results 2 to 3 days after that increase, right? How can you combat that? I mean, the suggestion is creating more campaigns, relaunching more campaigns, trying to replicate that success. You don't want to depend on a handful of campaigns to carry your account, right? There are going to be at times where some of these max conversions, for example, I'm having issues in a particular account with target CPA bidding. That's no longer being dependable for me right now in a specific account, but it does vary from account to account, right? So I have an account where with target CPA, I've managed to get $9 leads. Well, at the beginning, I was getting $25 leads, right? So it's all relative. And now I set a target CPA bid at $15, and right now my lead costs are under $10. Right? So it's all relative. I think it's just a matter of you scaling horizontally at this point. And I would also need to know how much you're increasing the budget, right? So that's another thing that you can, let's say, take into account is, are you increasing your budget by 50%, 100%, 200, 400%? You need to gradually increase budget. That way you can get some traction first. You can see what results you're getting after a 2 or 3 day period of increasing budget. Like say if your campaign is $50 a day, then increase it to $70 a day, right? So that way, it's not like a big push, and you can gradually increase that every 3 days, up it by 10, 15, 20, maybe even up to 30% of the budget, and see what happens. So that's my recommendation there for that, okay? All right, next question here, Michael Arriguzo. Hey, shout outs to you, Mike. I know you're in our student group, I remember you. His question is, anyone ever run a long form VSL as an advertisement? What are your thoughts on its performance? Yes, we certainly have at the agency, quite a bit actually. And the long form VSL as an ad, it can perform, right? It really depends on how well written it is, how scripted it is, right? And there's a lot of factors involved here, right? So I've seen long form VSLs up to 30 minutes. I've seen 40 minutes, even up to like 50 minutes. and these can work well. Again, if you have your audience engaged. So I know we have a client where they offer it's a done for you type of niche, and they do explain pretty well what they do in the VSL, which is under 30 minutes, and they do well at selling. Okay, they have a nice team in place where the VSL takes people to book a call, they fill out a survey, and then from there they qualify the person on the phone as well, and it works perfectly, right? So it depends on how you want to look at it. If you're going for e-commerce, I don't know, obviously e-commerce for VSL, it may not work, but it can at times. We actually do have another offer where it's a VSL, and then from there it takes them to like an order form page where there's different products, right, being promoted. So yes, so they can perform. Performance can be good, running YouTube ads to a long form VSL. Okay, thanks for asking the question, Mike. All right, let's see here. All right, Logan Bean, he asked, hey folks, does anyone here have any insights on how to effectively track conversions for offline conversion upload after the iOS 14.5 shakeup? It sounds like YouTube is no longer consistently sending gclids for iOS users, making it much less consistent to get accurate data to send back to YouTube for accurate tracking algorithm training. For a while, I had a system set up that would capture gclids from the landing URL and feed them into a hidden field in my sign-up form. But now that's less than half of my opt-ins and being sent with gclids info attached. I think I need to try and figure out a better solution. Logan, yes, that is absolutely true. We still have gclids being imported for certain cases. Now, nobody has an answer right now, but there are speculations and there are talks about this wbraid parameter. Okay, wbraid parameter that is being worked on currently, apparently by Google. So we've talked to Google about that, and they're fixing to roll out this feature where you can import these, but right now it is at a standstill. We still don't have a definitive on if this is going to be rolled out anytime soon, but they are in talks with that, and that's, I guess, a parameter that kind of it will be able to kind of pass through the UTMs that information, even if they are iOS users, right? But at this point, the solution that we can recommend to you, depending on what your offer is, would be a third-party tracking system such as ROAS or Wicked Reports, where you can actually see what's going on from an attribution standpoint, and you'll be able to make kind of decisions. Our go-to is ROAS, right? We do recommend ROAS a bit because we can actually overlay that into our campaigns and have a Chrome extension, and we can optimize from the ad level and see which are the ads that are driving performance, driving sales, driving leads. So definitely look into a third-party tracking solution. Yes, it's an add-on expense, but it is necessary right now in this stage to get clarity on your attribution and your tracking. Okay, so thank you for asking the question, Logan. Next question here. So we have VJ Matani asking,